Saya organizations stand on the foundation of love all, serve all. Our beloved Bhagwan has taught us how to express love through service. Mother Easwaramma dedicated her life to Swami's work. She would lead the activities, but always step back from publicity, admiration, and adoration. On this day, we celebrate the selfless service and the exemplary contributions to the society rendered by the various distinguished, passionate, and talented women who are stalwarts in their respective fields. We are honored to have three such wonderful awardees among us today. I now request Srimati Radhika Yadalam ma'am to introduce our next awardee, Dr. Rathnamma S. ma'am.
Offering my humble pranams at the beautiful lotus feet of our beloved Lord, Sri Sathya Sai Baba Varu. Sairam to one and all. Education was always given the highest priority by our dear Swami, starting with the primary school at the request of his mother, Easwaramma, and later he has established many institutes of higher learning, all free of cost. Today, Srimati Rathnamma is receiving the privileged Easwaramma Puraskar Award for Educare. So what is Educare? Educare means to train, to mold, and to teach. It implies that through organized questions, knowledge, and understanding, the potential of a child has to be brought out. And this is exactly what Srimati Rathnamma does. She has taken upon herself to mold the children of her tribe, the Solige tribe of Chamarajanagar. Srimati Rathnamma. The Solige tribe can trace their origins to Karaya in the hills of the Biligiri Ranga hills of Chamarajanagar, south of Karnataka. Srimati Rathnamma comes from the picturesque and beautiful Biligiri Ranga hills of Chamarajanagar of the southern part of Karnataka. Srimati Rathnamma is a Soliga daughter born and brought up by her father, who was blind and yet took up the task of bringing up his kids, while her mother was working and she was the sole breadwinner of the family. It is in these beautiful forests that she and her siblings grew up in their childhood. Srimati Rathnamma grew up to fulfill her father's wish of being educated. She did her schooling at Madhur Colony and was the first to pass SSLC in her community. Her father motivated her to continue her studies in Mysore. Her parents dreamt of her making her government school teacher to uplift the tribals of their region. But in fact, she became the first person from the Soliga community in Karnataka to complete a PhD. Her thesis for the PhD was Soligaru Tribe, Social Study, for which was accepted by the Hampi University of Karnataka. And for this, she gathered data from around 124 villages in Chamarajanagar, Kodagu, and Mysore districts for her research. After her doctorate, she worked at Vivekananda Girija Kalyana Kendra for an year, and then later as a health educator at MVJ Medical College and Research Hospital, Bangalore for around 10 years. Srimati Rathnamma lives with her husband, Sri Dodaya, who also does a lot of social work. And He's very supportive to her, and they have 2 children who are very well educated. Somewhere in 2013 to 14, her daughter encountered dengue and was very serious. She was not getting any better when a well-known person suggested that she go for the treatment at our hospital, Sri Sathya Sai Baba Hospital in Whitefield. She got her daughter to Sri Sathya Sai Hospital, and here a proper treatment was given to her child, who was soon out of danger. While she was here, she learned about Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba Varu and how he takes care of his patients by giving them free treatment from the smallest illnesses to complicated surgeries in cardiology and neurology. Srimati Rathnamma was inspired by what she saw here and by the experience she had at Swami's hospital. And then she decided to return to her roots and focus on bringing about a change in the life and status of all the tribal women. And then she decided to help her Soliga tribe. She soon started a foundation called Sai Pragati Foundation. Through this Sai Pragati Foundation, she has been trying to educate her tribe. She goes door to door to bring about awareness of education for both boys and girls and the importance of it. According to her, convincing parents was very tough, and initially no one was ready even to listen to her. But because of her persistence and never give up attitude, she managed to bring about a slow but steady change in their thinking. She herself, being the best example to reap the benefits of being educated, made it a little easy for her to convince them. Now they come to her, they have come to terms that education is needed, and they themselves approach Srimati Rathnamma and talk to her about the future of their children. Srimati Rathnamma herself teaches children till standard 10th and has become the bridge between the people and her tribe and the educational organizations, where she makes sure that her innocent brood is not hurt or ignored or cheated in this process, and she has helped over 30 students in securing admissions in colleges and sought admission for employment and placements also. She is very passionate about uplifting her people for their betterment. She also works with elderly by bringing about awareness and educating them about different things. Srimati Rathnamma works for the empowerment of women in many ways. She also helps the Soliga tribes who grow bamboo and honey, which has grown abundance in the hills. She makes sure they weave baskets from bamboo and sells them and make sure that they're sold for their livelihood. They are increasingly being brought to the mainstream with active government and NGO inactivities. Now her organization is planning to train women in the processing of honey and other produce which is found in the hills and to market them locally. To ensure the financial empowerment of women, Srimati Rathnamma has organized vocational training in tailoring and mobile phone repairs. She has ensured that the tribal women get the sewing machines so that they can have a livelihood. Health camps are being organized by her and her foundation, and those with minor illnesses are treated with natural medicine in those health camps. Holding awareness camps is not sufficient as constant follow-ups are important. I have to act as a bridge between the tribals and the authorities, she says. Srimati Rathnamma has also become the voice of a community that has been battling their lifestyle diseases. She also fights for their rights and works towards documenting the community's heritage. She has become the guiding light, and with the help of self-help groups, she creates awareness for the importance of education and health. Tribal people live in harmony with the wild animals and also worship them. A system unique to Soligas is that they offer their first yield, a portion of their ragi and the paddy cultivation in the forest. From there, farms to animals and birds. She says this noble tradition is perhaps what inspired Srimati Rathnamma to give back to her community. The life of the tribal is constrained to only taking care of children and family, but Srimati Rathnamma actively takes part in creating awareness on health, education, child marriage, and financially empowerment of her women. In future, she has plans of establishing a model school for the tribals. Srimati Rathnamma is also very grateful to her tribal elders for encouraging her in doing all she is doing now. Jai Sairam.
Thank you, ma'am. I request the dignitaries to felicitate our awardee, Dr. Rathnamma, ma'am.
ईश्वरं सुन्दररूपं कनकाम्बरधरं करुणामूर्तिं सर्वजनप्रिय प्रेमस्वरूपं पुटपर्तीश्वर सत्यनारायण